Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to Hobby Evolution. It's a Monday edition. Not go live yesterday. I we did Hobby Roundtable on Saturday night, and I really didn't have much to talk about. I slept in yesterday. Um, was up later than normal. Drank a few more beers than normal. So I took in a lot more sunshine than normal yesterday. So the sun, beers, and staying up late made me a little tired on Sunday morning. So slept in, did not go live. So back at it today. I will recap what I talked about because I teased Saturday morning that I was saving my bargain box strategy for the roundtable on Saturday night. If you did not catch that, I'll talk about that this morning. Also, you can check out the Hobby Roundtable on 3B Collections channel. So check that out. We went live for about 2 hours on Saturday night. Talked hobby budget, talked bargain boxes. What else did we touch on? Yeah, just talked about a bunch of stuff. So I'll talk about that today. I'll talk about. So what 2 weeks ago I said I'm a buyer. I'm a baseball card buyer again, where for the last probably year I've been focused on selling and then just picking up stuff here and there, but going more into a buyer phase than a seller phase. Although I'm still actively selling in my eBay store and added more stuff this weekend, but deals keep coming up, and there may be another deal that I'm working on. So stay tuned for that. I'm waiting back for a response, and might have something cool, something fun. So hopefully that comes through. I'm done buying Bowman mega boxes, so I took Thursday afternoon off, and just happened to peruse the marketplace and saw locally 5 mega boxes. So I picked up 5 more, and I've opened a whole bunch of them. I counted yesterday because I had to clean up my rec room yesterday. So I think I'm at 17 unopened, and I have another 13 that are stuck in post office hell somewhere in Lexington, Kentucky. So I'll have 30 unopened, and I thought 30 is a nice round number. So I think I'm going to keep the 30 unopened because the mega boxes I've opened have been pretty awful. So I think I'm at 51 or 56 minus the 30 unopened. So I've opened like 26 mega boxes, and I think I've only pulled 1, maybe 2 autos. I haven't pulled any autos out of the latest batch that I've opened. So maybe there is some truth to the whole weighing. Maybe I'm buying already weighed boxes, so that would be unfortunate. So I'm just going to leave them sealed, and it seems like every year the mega box is always at least double in price. I think 2020 mega boxes sell for around $80. And then going back further, and of course, we had Jason Dominguez, we had Wander Franco, which I'll get to in a second. So who knows? We could have another. We didn't have that hot, flashy name at release like the last 2 years, but down the road, you never know who can pop up, and that's why I like Bowman. And I still, even though I'm going to stop buying the mega boxes. Remember, I've bought over 50. I think that's enough. I still think at $40 a mega box is a good deal. So the last batch of 5 I got for $38 a pop. So what's up, George? Good morning, Zach. Wander is going to get rookie and Juicy Honey Deluxe. So Wander Franco was the big news yesterday. He is getting the call. Wander Franco will be up with the Tampa Bay Rays Tuesday. So Wander Mania, welcome back. A lot of chatter about Wander Franco. So will Wander Franco have a rookie card in 2021? That's the big question. It's only June 21st, and usually this is pre-cutoff for Topps Update. But we saw a week ago, Luke Williams. I think he's a pitcher for the Rangers. Luke Williams, who, by the way, I think is the real name of one of the Bushwhackers. He received a Topps Now card with the call-up logo. Now, when in Topps Now, what we've learned is if a rookie receives the call-up logo in a particular year, he will not have a rookie card in that particular year. So more often than not, a player's first card with the rookie logo isn't in Topps flagship. It's actually a Topps Now card. Usually they get that treatment the day after they're called up. So Luke Williams got the call-up tag, and that was a week ago, mid-June. So I guess we'll know more. I would think at this point, it seems pretty early for already having that list for Topps Update. However, times are wacky. We've all heard about the backups in printers. There's shortages with everything. So it's not surprising if that were the case where the deadline is pushed back or pushed up a month. So instead of, July 15th, it's June 15th. That would not surprise me just based on the shortages we're seeing and just kind of the backups. So I think we'll know more if Wander Franco makes that Topps Update checklist this year. We'll learn on probably Wednesday. If Wander Franco debuts on Tuesday with the Tampa Bay Rays, there's likely going to be a Topps Now card. Topps is pretty smart. They'll put as many Wander Franco cards as they can. So will it get the rookie logo or will it get the call-up logo? If it gets the call-up logo, it's not likely to see Wander Franco in Topps Update this year. It'll be pushed off to Series 1 2022. If he does get that rookie logo, then we will likely see Wander Franco in Topps Update. So just kind of based on, I would say it's 50-50, but we'll probably know for sure on Wednesday if Wander Franco makes it into 2021 products with the rookie card logo. So we saw Luke Williams a week ago with the call-up logo. That means he won't be a rookie card in any 2021 products, but if you get that rookie card logo, you'll make it in. What's up, Brad? Good morning. What's up, Herman? Zach says, Porter and I had a blast at the local card shop yesterday, pulled a couple francs from a $3 box. Porter got some Heritage and I got some junk wax. Very cool. Awesome. So I talked about that. Oh, my bargain boxes. I'm going to have to wrap a little earlier than 7:15 this morning because I'm out of breakfast bars. So I'm going to run down to Quick Trip and get me a breakfast sandwich and a coffee. Even though I don't like their cream, they have the syrup. I don't like syrup. I'm going to have to look for cream, or maybe I bring my own because I do have some. So, Saturday night hobby roundtable. I talked about my bargain box strategy. So in April, I took, I think, five or six monster boxes in my quarter boxes, all quarter boxes. And I did well. And then I thought, hey, if I can do this, if I can pump it up and do 3 times, I should make 3 times the money on quarter boxes. But guess what? That didn't happen. I only made a small percentage over what I made in April when I had 16 compared to 6 boxes. So that strategy didn't really pan out for me. So I thought about it. Ken brought up maybe it was overwhelming for people. There were so many boxes, they didn't want to spend the time digging through them, especially because I only have mine sorted by sport. They're not sorted by team or by player. And I kind of have done that by design because uh, some people are there's what I found is I'll get people asking for players, I'll get people asking for teams, and I'll get people asking for certain sets. And some of them are obscure. They're like, "Do you have any 2002 Fleer Focus?" Uh, Probably not. There might be a there might be a who's in 2002. There might be a Barry Bonds in there, but you're gonna have to go through uh, 30,000 cards because I have no idea where it would be. So that's kind of why it's just like you can't cater to every collector when you have a bargain box. So that's why I'm kind of leaving it up to the treasure hunters, and there are plenty. So was it overwhelming? And I thought, you know what? That's a good point. Maybe I scale back and I do less bargain boxes for my June show, which is coming up this coming Saturday, June 26th at the Sheraton Hotel, Madison, Wisconsin. Good morning, Mark. And I decided, so I did the show in Rockford, Illinois, a few weeks ago, and so I brought so I got a better deal on a three table, like a U-shaped three table setup, and so I took everything. It's like, well, I've got three table space for three tables. Let's use them all up. So at that show, what I utilized for the first time, which I picked up at the Wisconsin Dell show, one of their bargain box tables had a stack of 100 count boxes. So you fill the 100 count box for $20. So basically, if you get 100 cards in there, it's 20 cents. So you get a bulk discount at 20 cents, which is basically when I'm offering in bulk, that's the discount I give, 20 cents. And then if it comes out to be like $47, make it 45. So, a couple buck discount on top of that, just a nice round number. So I thought, hey, that's a pretty good idea. Maybe that will encourage bulk buying. And I'm big on encouraging volume with those discounts. I do it in my eBay store. I'm a big fan of that. I like, and part of my not sorting the bargain boxes is to encourage the diggers. Because some people will sit down for 3 hours and dig through boxes. I'm one of those guys. I'm a digger, a treasure hunter. And so what I found, my behavior with the quarter boxes with the fill a box strategy was a lot of times when I just have a stack of cards, I'm kind of like eyeing, okay, and I, it's like, okay, I have 50 cards, whatever that comes out to. I don't want to get more over than that. They may not offer a bulk volume discount because I don't advertise that. Usually, most vendors do, but you never know. Some don't. So I found myself filling those boxes, and it would get 3/4 of the way full. And now instead of thinking about it like, do I want this or I don't? And I've probably passed on some good deals because I'm just kind of focused on, okay, I don't want to make my pile too large. But when I have that box, it's kind of like when grocery stores use bigger carts. You have that, it's that thinking where I can fill my cart. Oh, my cart's only half full. I can buy this bag of candy or whatever luxury item it is. And you just throw stuff in the cart because if you have a small cart and it fills up fast, it's like, well, I don't have room. I can't buy this extra item. That's what it's like. That's my behavior. I get sucked into that. That's why they make big carts. People like me that think like that. So I thought this is a good idea. And it turned out to be a big hit. I sold a ton of those boxes because I think people were just filling the box almost to fill the box. So I decided this time around, you know what? If I scale back and only bring 5 or 6 monster boxes, I'm limiting my sales. That would be a backward step. Yes, it may be overwhelming. My online cart is huge. it may be overwhelming for some people, but it's also at the same time, it's a backward step because I'm not bringing as much inventory. Yes, it's a hassle, but the more the more inventory you have, it's just like in sales. The more calls you make, the more sales you're going to make. Yes, the percentage is small, but guess what? It's a numbers game. You make 10 calls and get one sale. You make 15 sales, you get two sales. You make 100 calls and you're going to get 10 sales. So it's a numbers game. The more cards I bring, the more I'm likely to sell. Even though I was discouraged, disappointed with the turnout in May, I'm just going to go back at it, do something different. What worked, what didn't work. And what I learned at the show I set up in Rockford, the boxes was, worked well. And so I'm going to do that. And not only, yeah, Brad, just like eBay. And I've made more sales on eBay this weekend because I've pumped more items into my store. And I think a part of that is, and now I'm kind of sidetracked on the eBay thing. I think a part of that is I looked and I have like 5 or 600, I don't know if they're subscribers or watchers or whatever, but 5 or 600 people that subscribe to my store or whatever. And so I think a lot of those, and I've noticed some are repeat buyers when I put new inventory in. I'll put in a bunch of cheap rookie cards, and I've got a couple guys that will just gobble them up and buy 20 or 30 cards. So that's kind of what I learned. So Zach says only if they were quality calls. That's true. Yeah, there's a lot of like micro that goes into it, but as a whole, say they're quality. If you make 10 quality calls, you're going to get a sale. And actually, it also depends on the industry. If you're selling $1 million farm equipment, $500,000 tractors, you're not going to get a sale every 10 calls. But just using round numbers, say on average 10%, it's probably closer to 1% as a whole. But the more calls you make in my industry, it's probably closer to 1%, I guess. But that aside, so going back to the bargain boxes, people do still sell widgets. I actually, I saw in an interview question, and it was, I don't know if it was sell me. I think it was sell me the pen. It's like, do employers still use that? That's like the most outdated job interview question. Like, stop. That's just, I get it. I get the psychoanalysis of it, but it's a little outdated. Anyway, so I'm going to go back to the well. Not only am I going to do the 100 count boxes for $20, I'm going to do other boxes. And I'm going to do 200 count boxes. And I've got a couple 300 count boxes. So the bigger the box, the bigger the discount. So $100 or a 100 count box, $20, 20 cents. 200 count box, it's still the same discount, 20 cents. You just get a bigger box. Maybe you can fill 225 cards in there. That's going to be $40. The 300 count box, that's where the steeper discount comes in. You're going to get those cards for 17 cents because you're going to get a 300 count box for $50. And then I wanted to do a 550 count box at $75, but I don't think I'm going to have to look harder for the 550 count boxes because I didn't have any extra empties on my shelf. So that is my strategy for this Saturday. I'm also for the first time doing a dollar box. So there's a lot of cards that are in my quarter box that, I could put in a top loader and sell for $1 and they would move. So I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be a small box, probably a 2-row box. I don't even know if it's gonna be full, but there's gonna be a dollar box. So we'll see how that goes. And if I run out of top loaders, I might have to pull from that box and use those as I'm starting to run low. George wants to go into widget sales. I studied them a lot during my econ major. What type of animal are you? Interview question. And George is a wild ass pterodactyl. So that's what I had for today. I think I read Herman up here in the chat said no show tonight. Oh, I'm missing out on some of the chat. So Herman says no show tonight. Got to work, so there's no Ken and Herman show tonight. So in that absence, if you did not catch the round table on Saturday night, check that out on Herman's channel, 3B Collection. So Zach said the LCS had their boxes not sorted. I had time, so it was okay. Had to sift through a lot of prisms. George also throws grapes, nuts, and tomatoes in the mix. Ooh, interesting. Rich has anywhere between 60 and 80 monster boxes. 60 and 80? Holy moly. How does he have room for 60 to 80 monster boxes? So I don't stack my monster boxes because that's a pet peeve of mine when I'm like looking. And I understand that, space, money, and all that. But it's just annoying for me as a buyer moving stacks of boxes around. So I just have mine laid out. So when I did 16 boxes and we have 6-foot tables, it took up 3 tables. And I set them, right next to each other. So 60 to 80. So he must have some like on the floor. He must stack them. That is a whole lot of monster boxes. And I don't think I'll ever bring 60 to 80 monster boxes to a card show because that's just a pain in the rear. Because 16, it took me 2 trips with the hotel cart. With those big carts, I could only fit like 8 boxes on. Well, and I took some home. I had extra Cubs cards that people brought in. So there were some Cubs cards, but it took me 2 trips. Let's see. He has that many tables and stacks them 2 to 3 high. I moved them all from his car to the table last Dallas card show. Wow. I won't get to that level. That's just that would be a pain. It's a pain for me to take 16, and I'm actually going to take even more because I'm going to do $25 monster boxes where they're 4-row boxes of just, basically penny, nickel, and dime cards. Probably get away with putting them in quarter boxes, with some of the star players, but those are just kind of the diamonds hidden in those boxes. So I may bring, 5 or 6 of those. So I may do 25, and maybe if I'm feeling wild and frisky next month, just to gear up for the national, try to bring in some extra cash for the national, I'll take an extra step and do 30 boxes. But I think I'm only going to do, I'll probably bring right around 20. And I've added, a lot of quarter cards. So there may be an extra monster box for this show. So I've got to run. I've got to get to Quick Trip, get my coffee and breakfast sandwich. Have a great Monday, and I'll be back on tomorrow morning. What's up, Brian B? It's been a while. I'm almost never online at this time, but I thought I'd stop by. I appreciate it. Thank you, Brian, for stopping in and saying, hey, I'm on the run. I should be back on. I will be back on tomorrow morning because I want to maybe give you an update on a possible purchase that I'm going to be making. I've got a message in. It's a really cool. I would love for this deal to go through. It's something that is really cool. So we can talk about that tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll find out yes or no later today if the deal goes through or not. So have a great Monday, and we'll be back tomorrow morning, same time, 6:45 a.m. Central Time. Have a great Monday. We'll talk tomorrow.